Hey, this is Brian,
And Shelby.
and you're listening to the Hyperspace.
PodBlast. Aren't you a little short for a podcast?
Huh? Hey, guys and gals.
Welcome.
And creatures with no apparent gender from outer space.
Mm-hmm.
So, Star Wars Celebration Orlando. It's over.
It's over without a 2019 location decided
Someone
or announced.
is bitter.
I'm real bitter.
But I'm not, because I'm like 99% sure it's going to be in Anaheim, which is what we want because we live in California and it would be close, which is selfish. I know. Sorry, European, etc. friends and fans, but that's just the way we are.
Yeah, we already said we would walk there if we had to.
I know. We don't have to. Don't worry. And we probably wouldn't actually do that, but it sounds cool as a fan. Anyway, let's get on with the biz.
Yeah, so lots to cover. I would say the first thing I want to talk about is what happened before Star Wars Celebration, Forces of Destiny.
Yeah, right? Like, they just kind of were like, oh, hey, by the way, we're doing this thing, and we forgot to really make a panel about it, so here it is.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I mean, what a great way to kick off everything, and I hope it doesn't get, overshadowed by everything else that happened on Celebration weekend. I mean, since we have quite a while to digest everything, but
yeah, I think it probably would have if they hadn't. I mean, they hit it pretty hard at the what was it, the Women in something, I forget what it was called, but the one where Rey came out and they passed out the toys that go with it.
That was good.
So that turned into sort of an impromptu Forces of Destiny panel. And when you watch the live stream, which is what we did because we weren't there, boo-hoo, they showed trailers intermittently during the live stream, and they kept the Forces of Destiny trailer in the mix. So it was on people's minds. So I don't think it'll get lost in the shuffle. Plus, I think it's the thing that comes out first, because it's summer ?
I think it's summer.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing that very soon.
A lot of that stuff is going to come out all at the same time.
Well, yeah, it's their big fall, I'm doing air quotes here, you can't see it, journey to The Last Jedi, which I'm about, because honestly, this is the journey to The Force Awakens, because they can't have a journey in between two movies that link right up. So this is really giving us background information before we get to The Force Awakens, which Journey to The Force Awakens was like journey to, here's some books, get excited.
Books being used for promotional purposes, but I think this is a little different. I think they're getting away from that.
Well, I think they just couldn't do much. I just don't like the moniker, that's all. It's sort of a misnomer. I don't know, you didn't really get anything about The Force Awakens from reading the Journey to The Force Awakens stuff, really. I mean, it was all good. I'm not dissing anything but the name. It irritates me. But anyway,
right.
Moving on.
Which of those stories are you most excited to see?
Of those in particular, I don't know. Honestly, the piece of literature I'm looking forward to the most is Inferno Squad, which was actually announced, I don't know, a while ago. But now we have the definitive tie-in to Battlefront 2, and I don't know, that just sounds awesome to me.
I mean, Iden Versio.
I know, it's cool that
she's gonna be my girl.
A female protagonist.
It makes sense that we're seeing more stories from that perspective as we journey to this whole everything's not black and white.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're not all...
To humanize those who were serving the Empire.
And speaking of that, we have the Captain Phasma gets both a book and a comic, which Be Still My Beating Heart.
Do you think...
Love me some, people essentially rioted, especially because who was cast the player. If she would have just had, a well-known actress in the suit, no one would have really cared. They would have been like, oh, that was really rad. She's in the dumpster. She got blown up. We don't care anymore. You know what I mean? But I think Gwendolyn Christie playing her made it like, what the heck, man?
Yeah, and we have another Leia book coming out.
True, which is very exciting, and a Luke book as well. So those will be, I'm wondering if they're going to be in the same vein as the other short stories that came out with the Journey to the Force Awakens push, or if they're going to be something a little more substantial. I didn't really do a lot of background info into what they announced about them, just that, oh, here they are. This is, covers and interesting things like that. But
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole 3 era thing? Do you think it's going to actually include all 3 eras?
In the multiplayer, I don't think the single player campaign is going to stretch back that far. I think what they showed you in the trailer with them coming to Endor and that great line about, we didn't know they were sending special forces, and that's the point, Sergeant. That's good stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go further back than that with the campaign, unless there's some kind of flashback scenario where maybe, what's her name again? I can't remember.
Aiden,
right. If she maybe is talking to some old clone that's still around and he tells a story about how it used to be, and then you play through the story he tells, that could bring the prequel era into the story. But otherwise, I don't see how that's a real possibility.
Unless, well, they said something about how her father was the one who brought them into the Empire. Maybe you play her as a young girl.
That's true. Yeah, like on Horizon Zero Dawn, where you start out with...
That's your tutorial at the beginning of how to learn to do everything.
Could be, but really it's not. I mean, I guess it could be technically prequels if it's the budding Empire, but I don't know. My guess is that what we see in the trailer is the very beginning of the campaign, like intro story, but we'll see. I don't know. But the 3 eras, it's definitely going to be included in the game. And there's so much in that game with, picking a class. You have classes of ships. You can upgrade stuff. It's going to be
everything that Battlefront was supposed to be.
Exactly. Everything I had my heart set on in 2015 and got let down with.
My feelings are just, I can't wait to suck at this game.
Yeah, I'm no good at the multiplayer stuff either, but it's fun. The idea that there's a campaign is fun. It'd be cool if we could do like in-house co-op too, but we'll see. I don't want to get my hopes too far up about getting absolutely everything I want.
So other panels.
I mean, how about the 40th? Let's just start at the start. That was amazing.
I mean, it was just like, if you think about how Mad Max was with explosions, that was the 40th anniversary panel with awesomeness. Just like, here's all these people. Oh my gosh, Harrison Ford. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Just like nonstop action, but
and if you think this blows your mind and gets you excited, look what else we have. And especially concluding with John Williams with a full orchestra.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I don't think...
Yeah, no words, basically.
There were no words.
There still aren't. It's too much.
I was just crying on the couch, which is, it's also funny. A neat tidbit about myself, actually, is that the reason that I chose to play French horn in middle school band was because my teacher, was demonstrating all the instruments. And when he demonstrated the French horn, he played the theme. And just...
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny, too, because I hadn't even seen A New Hope. I just knew it from pop culture, and I just fell in love with it. It was gorgeous. And let's give super big props to the horn player that played at that panel and had all of those solos. Talk about pressure. Talk about, he's a professional, so...
Right, but that's... I wager to say that's the most people that have ever listened to the Orlando Philharmonic at one time before.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
I mean, maybe in-house, probably not, but definitely on the live stream.
Yes.
And, even if you take out the live stream that we watched, the stream to all the other halls at Celebration, that's the funny story too. Was it the end where, I don't know, some panel or somewhere we heard that they were backstage. I think it was Warwick, almost said Luke and Han, Hamill and Ford, and those two were getting ready to leave because they thought that they'd switched the feed to somewhere else. They didn't realize Williams was in-house doing this, and when they did, they were like, oh man, they had to go and like look. And that's how John Williams, and like honestly,
that moment when he
like everyone's clapping and like going nuts, and he just he doesn't even look back. He just kind of puts his hand back. Like, that's the force right there.
The true force.
Yeah, he used the force, and just everyone instantly shuts up and he goes on. That was amazing.
Incredible. I mean, talk about the perfect cherry on top to a panel.
Yeah, really. Yeah, exactly.
And to hear Lucas talk about...
Oh yeah, and by the way, George Lucas was there.
Yeah.
Which we had in our pre-show with Andrew about we definitely wanted. So check that box for awesomeness.
Right. And him talking about making Star Wars for kids.
Yes. And like all the live stream stuff when you see people with their kids and the little kids that are just, you can tell they adore it. It's not like their parents are dragging them there against their will, you know what I mean? Like they want to be there. Like shout out to Amy Wishman and her daughter who got an ear infection but was like, nah, we going.
Right.
We're gonna do this. That's what Star Wars is really all about. Like,
well, her
kids.
kid wanted to be there. I mean,
that's what
she
I'm
was
saying. Yeah, like
it's not like, well, we're here, so
yeah, she wasn't like suck it up, you know. And then what's the other?
Luke Planewalker.
Yeah,
on Twitter. Chief.
He brought his whole clan, man. 4
kids at Celebration having the times of their lives. Yeah, that's just, man, hats off to you.
When those kids are old and have their own kids, that's going to be something they tell. Like, you know, oh, I remember when we went to Celebration with Grandpa, and, you know, that's what it's all about. That's Star Wars in a nutshell. Just being able to, and that's part of why it's persisted so long is, you know, it's passed down. As, right. You know, millions of people
I cried during that recap.
That was
video
pretty emotional.
At the end, man, just to see how Star Wars impacts so many fans and how many fans it will.
In so many ways too. Yes. Like it's some of it doesn't even have to do with Star Wars. It's Star Wars brought people together, and then different things, you know, impact them. It's just crazy.
Right.
Star Wars is awesome.
You know, Last Jedi panel, you can check out our, you know, blast cast that we did last Friday on that.
Yeah, there's really no need to get into that. We covered most of that. Let me do one little addition to the Last Jedi panel. It was great to see Kelly Marie Tran and get to know about what her character is, see a little, you know, still from her, and she is just too much, man. She seems awesome.
She is a treasure.
Serious. She's going to be one of those Hamill-esque people, I think, going forward, that's just going to be as happy to be there as people are happy to have her there.
Which is so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, think about what that does for fans. Like, I almost feel like whenever they're casting people, they should take into account these actors' personalities and their willingness to
be a part of it. Because that's important. With that. Yeah, it is. I mean, anymore especially. It's not just film.
It's not a job.
Yeah, true. Well, it is, but it's a commitment. How about that?
Yes.
And it's honestly a lifelong commitment. Look at some of those people like Peter Mayhew, Billy D. Williams,
Anthony Daniels.
Yeah. Well, geez, yeah, for true. And Warwick Davis too. It's literally a lifelong commitment for him. He started when he was like 11 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right. So Anthony Daniels' own panel.
Yeah, it's funny. He's
and
a
I mean,
hoot.
Him crashing the droids panel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not crashing. I mean,
crashing. Yeah. Oh, and how about Alan Tudyk there? That was fun.
That was great.
And Hamill's panel was amazing. Full disclosure, we didn't watch the Leia panel because too sad.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. We'll watch it later. Later, exactly. It was just
too much emotion this weekend.
Yeah. Serious.
So, Rebels panel. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Heads up, Shelby doesn't really watch Rebels. I'll watch it occasionally, so I know.
She watches it because it's on, because I'm watching it.
Yes, so I know what's going on. Ish, but
yeah, she's one of those people that like, I don't really like the animation. I don't want to watch this, and then I'm watching it. She goes, "Who's that? What's that? What are they doing? Who's that person?"
I just get a summary from you.
Yeah.
Why spend all the time watching things when I can just get you to tell me?
True.
You do all the work, and
that's true.
Anyway, the Rebels panel, I have to say, as someone who doesn't watch Rebels, watching that trailer makes me want to like watch Rebels right now.
That was perfect. The Hera like voiceover showing the crew, you kind of get an idea of what everyone's been through for 3 seasons in just like a little snippet, and then they just drop you into all hell is about to break loose essentially. I'm excited. And honestly, I know a lot of people are disappointed there's only going to be 4 seasons, but going into this, I was thinking, even before it came out, I was like, how long are they going to be able to do this? How many stories can you shove in between where they are and where A New Hope, or, you know, at this point, Rogue One is?
Right. I mean, it's a very natural ending.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, all mediums should do this. They should all work like a movie, like have a story arc in mind. I mean, if it has to be a really long arc, maybe it lasts 4, 5, 6 seasons, but there should still be a point you're shooting for. It shouldn't be like, oh, I have an idea for a series. What do you got? I don't know, like a season's worth of stuff. Cool, we'll do it. It's popular. Oh, let's make another one. What are we going to do? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, that is the nature of how those things are pitched, though.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
sometimes you don't even have a whole season pitched.
Right.
It's like 3 episodes, maybe.
I can understand that from a generic
But this is
position.
Star Wars.
Yeah, like they have a story group in mind. They have all these parts moving together. If they're going to do something, they should have it figured out-ish. I mean, they might not know how they're going to get from A to B, but they should have A to B planned, and maybe it'll take, who knows? I don't know. But and I think all things should be that way, because then you end up with things like Walking Dead now that's just droning on and on, and it's like, come on, in this crap. I don't know how they're going to do it, but...
Or advance it in a new storyline. You should have had
find
something.
Introduce werewolves. That'd be cool.
Isn't that what Rebels do?
Yeah, Ahsoka's werewolf.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, heard it here first. Sorry.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Another panel that we really enjoyed that we weren't, it wasn't part of what we were planning on watching was the cosplay panel.
Yeah, true. That was... Personally, I love cosplay from an outside perspective. I have no skill or desire in that particular realm of things. If someone would make me outfits, I'd wear them and it'd be awesome. I would love that. But the idea of that becoming a hobby to make something, though, to tell you the truth, if I could join the 501st wearing a Inferno Squad outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
I mean, I have a little interest in costuming just from like my dance background. And you also have I feel like every band nerd has some sort of interest in costuming because you're running around in a uniform, from doing any sort of costume design. I mean, when you grow up in a rural area and you have like this little dance studio, a lot of times you're in charge of making your own costume for this show that you're about to be in.
Right. Yeah, there's not
you don't have
costume store down the street you can buy it from.
And in other places you'll have parents that have the time and the money and all that stuff to do that. But what happens is you end up doing that for yourself, which I really enjoyed. But that is more of a creative, design what you want to wear sort of thing, which I mean, I guess cosplay is too, but this is too specific.
Yeah, like that one category where it was like a mishmash creative. I can't remember what they called it, but you had
Crystal
the
Trooper.
Crystal Trooper. That was amazing.
That was so good. But there were so many other ones that were so cool in that. I mean, I don't even know how you judge something like that.
R2D 2000 or whatever they call it, the giant.
I don't know how you judge that category either because it's so creative. And it's almost like, do you judge craftsmanship versus creativity, or?
I think the Jawas should have won the group. Just saying. I think they got stiffed.
Well, they were performers.
They were great.
They were hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we had such a fun time watching that when we weren't expecting it. But
I like the little
I love
kids
it
because they didn't, especially the little Darth Maul mishmash
she was
girl.
Wonderful.
She just kept spinning that.
You just keep spinning that.
Yeah, that was
you go
great.
for it. I loved it.
Seriously.
Moving on.
True.
Interviews at the StarWars.com stage.
Yeah. Let me just say first and foremost that the hype guy, I can't remember what his name was. At the end there, they said it was his first celebration. That guy was tremendous.
He needs to be invited back.
For sure. I don't know if he's a local guy or someone that's with whoever the promoters or whatever you call it, the putter honors.
Yeah.
That guy was fabulous.
The way he set up, those two kids that did a lightsaber battle.
Yeah, their slow motion. Yeah.
It was amazing. And when he handed out those tickets to go meet BB-8, that one
girl
missing her two front teeth.
It was perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was great. He did a
he
great
can handle
job
anything
every
too.
time. Yeah, that one fella said that he was there in honor of his dad or something like that.
Yeah,
and
who had passed away.
Yeah, he took it in stride, kept moving on. That guy was.
But he made sure to not, make light of it too much, but also give, meaning to it and make that guy feel important as he should.
Yeah, it was good.
It was wonderful. I thought he was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the vegetable carving guy.
That was amazing.
And, this wasn't an interview at that stage, but I was just thinking about all of the cars and the...
Oh, I want that motorcycle that's a speeder. I want that.
There were so many cool things from the fans that we saw. Huge shout out. I think this is our Star Wars Celebration fan MVP, the person who dressed up as the lightsaber and took pictures with both.
I couldn't figure out for the life of me what that was, but how awkward, honestly, is Hayden Christensen in like every fan photo that has been.
I mean, you could take any of those photos, especially with the backdrop that they used, and use it as those like awkward family photos.
Yeah, it was pretty
great.
like Sears photograph.
It was wonderful.
But yeah, him with his lightsaber, and then you saw Mark Hamill with a lightsaber. Good stuff. But yeah, the one picture of him with Ahsoka where he has the lightsaber in the mildly compromising position. It was just, he was overwhelmed, I think.
I think so.
I don't think he had any idea what kind of reception he was going to get or what. Oh, also shout out to the dude that had him sign a bag of sand, because that was totally my first idea too. Funny stuff.
Great droids that we saw.
Oh yeah, I do. I love the different color combinations. Like if it were me, I wouldn't redo, R2 or something. I would make my own astromech and have it, who knows, be probably, purple. Right, Devin? Yeah, purple.
Everyone freaking out about Mace Windu.
Oh, yeah, that's from
Speaking
the 40th.
of purple.
Yeah, true. Having Liam Neeson come back, too, that was cool. But yeah, the internet exploded about theories of Mace not being dead. I swear to God, Star Wars fans can't take a joke. Like, they think everything's real. It was that, and then I forget what panel it was where Dave and Pablo were there, and they put up that animation cell of Rex in the armor from Endor, and everyone's like, confirmed! I'm like, okay, calm down, guys. This was tongue-in-cheek.
You should never take anything Dave Filoni says seriously.
For real, that guy is like a troll and a half.
And he loves it.
Oh yeah, like with the whole, I guess some fans have said it was just a sticker of an exclamation point that he put over his question mark Ahsoka Lives shirt and then took back off later. And when people asked him about it, he was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, it was great.
Yeah.
We have decided that Star Wars Celebration 2019, I'm going to cosplay as Kathleen Kennedy and Brian's going to be Dave Filoni. Mm-hmm. It'll be great.
Yeah, we can do that because that's just wearing clothes.
Exactly. I want to be comfortable.
I just have to buy the wolf t-shirt and a cowboy hat or whatever you call that.
How about those Her Universe new releases?
Oh, they're at the end with that bomber jacket's tight.
I know. Well, that's already been released. They were selling it there, but some of the stuff that's upcoming that she was showing.
Is that what that was during
there was the Haunted Mansion stuff that she's doing, as well as the teacups.
Yeah. You showed me that. We didn't actually watch that, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay. I mean, I am really excited.
Yeah, she makes good stuff. She's doing a real good job for the definitely underrepresented female fandom trying to find stuff to wear.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like you want to have stuff that you can wear that
you want to do more than buy boy t-shirts.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And, just cool stuff. I mean, how many times whenever they're showing fans did you see these Star Wars like purses that people had?
Yeah, true. Just accessories out the wazoo.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, I'm not a huge accessories fan in like any shape or form, but the stuff is cool that
the
it
backpacks
exists.
are rad.
The backpacks are rad.
Or like the messenger bags. You see the like there's a Chewie one, I think, and a Boba Fett one. Mm-hmm. Someone had a Rebel one that they were oddly holding up. I don't. They made it themselves.
Saw some great Thrawn cosplays.
True. That's that and the Ahsoka people and like the Hera people. Anyone that like paints themselves. Man, mad props to you.
That's some dedication to do that all day.
I would never. Nope.
No.
Not this guy. I would be like, I'm Grand Admiral Pale Thrawn. That's not a thing.
But, I mean, that about covers everything. I mean, I know we were kind of jumping all over the place, but that's just kind of how...
And I'm sure it doesn't cover everything, but it covers a lot.
We'll bring up more stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll listen to this and be like, why did we forget about it? Blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. But, hey, there's something really exciting we want to talk to you guys about. We are doing a new Blast Cast series. It won't be every...
we call our non-episodes or bonuses or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. So, they're about the same length as episodes because, I mean, it's hard to get much shorter than that.
Yeah, we're never going to go long. We're only be less. 30 minutes or less is our no matter what.
We won't be doing it every Friday, but it's going to be called Rapid Fire Fandom Fridays, or RFFF. And we're gonna, try to interview people who are Star Wars fans, but they also are fans of other things.
Because all of us are, or at least most of us.
I mean,
I was originally gonna say the only thing off limits is Star Trek fans, but I'll even acquiesce to that, even though you're probably a horrible person if you like Star Trek.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
I'm just kidding.
You're so rude. Anyway, so how it's going to work, we're going to interview you. It's all going to be Star Wars related, but it's
going to be Star Wars and your other fandom related. Like
right. So we'll have...
How would you mix and match them? Things like that. It'll be fun.
Right. It's going to be a really short time commitment. It's only a 5-minute interview, super rapid fire. So we're going to be asking you questions and you're going to answer as quickly as possible. Your parallels between Star Wars and this other thing that you're passionate about.
And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be another fandom. Like you can be like, I'm a super hockey fan. And be like, all right, we'll make this work.
So, we're going to be promoting this on Twitter. If you have any fan art that you would like to share with us, crossover fan art for this, let us know. We will credit you and we'd like to use that. As well as, if you have just Star Wars fan art that you want to, get out there, send it to us. We'll use it in our promotional clips for just the regular show.
True, yeah.
But other than that, thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you so very much.
If you're interested in that Rapid Fire Fandom Fridays, please send us a DM on Twitter at hyperspace_pod.
Or you can email us at hyperspacepodblast@gmail.com. You can also use those two things to get in contact with us for just general things about the show. If you'd like to be on as a guest, if there's something you'd like us to talk about because our point of views are fabulous and you think hearing us talk about your particular thing would just be super awesome.
Yeah, so talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.